Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Hagerstown. We are so grateful you are here with us this morning on this overcast day, but lots of sunshine inside, right? Yes. Open my eyes, I greet the new day. Take a deep breath, kneel down and pray. Then I give thanks, look in the mirror, and a friend looks back at me. A smile lights up my face, and I know that I am blessed. So I expect the best. I expect the best. Do 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 do. I know that I'm loved right where I stand. I know I'm enough just as I am. All that I want, all I desire is now waiting here for me. The universe conspires to ensure my happiness. So I expect the best. I expect the best. Do 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 do. I expect the best from every passing moment, every single day. Do 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 do. I love that you do. Do 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 do. I didn't mean it that way. Do do do. I'm loving my life, I'm living my dreams, losing my fears, I'm spreading my wings, feeling alive, anticipating what the future holds for me. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next, 'cause I expect the best. Do 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 do. I expect the best. Do 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 do. Expect the best.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Brent and Patty. And welcome, my friends. It's so good to see each and every one of you. I've been away in Detroit last week, but it feels like it was much longer. In a good way, though. So we also want to welcome everyone who is joining us online. We appreciate you being here. Know that you are part of this community. Even if you don't set foot here, we see you in our mind's eye, and we love you. Thank you. We appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and open with a prayer. So let's settle in. Taking a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, just allow the body to release any tension. Another nice deep inhale. Allow the mind to calm, the thoughts to calm. Right where we are, God is. I am centered in God. God is centered in me and moves through me as life, love, wisdom, power, peace, and so much more. I allow my light to shine brightly today, and I give thanks for this wonderful life in which I'm growing and expanding my awareness day by day. Amen. So if you will join me in our vision statement together, Unity of Hagerstown exists to inspire awakening to the divine within and honor the sacred in all. I love that vision statement. I hope it resonates with you. And our mission statement. Together, as a beloved community, we create a sacred space that empowers spiritual growth and ignites compassionate action. And you know, I love that mission statement too. So we'll have the reading of the daily, going backwards, this way. Reading of the daily word with Faith Storms.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Today is World Peace. I bless the world with thoughts of peace. The word shalom is synonymous with the word peace, but it means more than an absence of war and conflict. Shalom, appearing so frequently in the Bible, is also used to affirm wholeness and well-being. True, lasting well-being requires the kind of peace known by living in alignment with God. Anchored in peace, people are less likely to be in conflict and more likely to appreciate that the beautiful planet Earth offers goodness and abundance for all. When I pray for a peaceful world, I pray shalom for myself and for each person of every land to have their needs met, to know lasting well-being for themselves and their families, to live in harmony, and to work towards our common good. And the scripture is from James 3:18. And a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace for those who make peace. So let's join together with the affirmation. I bless the world with thoughts of peace. Let that sink in. And again, I bless the world with thoughts of peace.
Okay, thank you, Faith. Now we have an opportunity to greet each other. I was at a conference last week and they said, greet each other like it's a long-lost relative you haven't seen for a while. And that brought a lot of joy. So I'm giving you the same invitation. Greet each other like it's someone you cannot wait to say hello to. And also, not only those we know, but those we don't know so well. And those online. I'm full of instructions today. Those online, please greet each other in the comment section. And if you want to wave to our friends online, probably right here. I see the cameras pointed right at me. So right here, just come and just say, they won't hear you, but you can wave, okay? Okay, let's greet each other.
Well,
Get that shoe tied, we'll start. I welcome all creation with the highest vibration. I welcome all creation with the highest vibration. Namaste, 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 namaste. Namaste, namaste. And there is no separation. We are all one with creation. And there is no separation. We are all one with creation. Namaste, 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 namaste. Namaste, 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 namaste.
Hey, thank you, Brent and Patty. Well, I guess I can't postpone it any longer. I was challenged to do an Ask the Minister service. I'm going to borrow this mic. And so if I have to be up here answering questions, you have to come up and ask them, okay? I think that's only fair, right? So Reverend Stephanie Sy, who has been doing the workshops with the Beloved community, we have a one-on-one phone conversation every month, and she goes, well, if you're uncomfortable with this, then maybe you really ought to do it. I'm like, oh. Why'd you have to go and say that, Stephanie? So anyway, this is your opportunity to ask anything. And just, remember, this is not stump the minister. This is ask the minister. So be kind, my friends. You can ask me anything, whether it's my favorite color, my favorite movie, doesn't matter, or a metaphysical interpretation, whatever you want to ask. And I reserve the right to say, I don't know, but I can get back to you. I also reserve the right to say I'm not answering that if it's too personal a question, okay? You do not need to know my weight. Oh, I didn't check to see if that mic is on. Oh, sorry, was I blocking me? That wasn't intentional. So who's got a question? This is going to be a short service. Okay, and, by the way, speak right into the mic so everyone can hear it. That sounds good.
My question is, I know that you're a spiritual person who sets an example for me, but I want to know how long, when did you first discover that about yourself and continue?
Okay. That's kind of difficult to answer because we're born as spirit, and so the awareness may have started at an age when, playing outside in nature and feeling a connection there. But the intentional spiritual path began when I was, I would say 16, and it began in a Baptist church, Yeah, it did. It sure did. And I soon started questioning the theology there and started exploring different paths on my own, mainly Eastern philosophies and traditions, because there was something in me that wanted to move as far away from that other belief as possible. It was like a pendulum going back over that way. Fortunately, the pendulum comes back and settles somewhere in the middle. But when I found unity, I was looking for a spiritual community in some place that I could grow and build relationships. It's all fine and well to study philosophies and religions on your own, reading the books, but without a community, we grow in relationship, That's when you say, oh, that person is reflecting a part of me that I'm not owning maybe, or you get caught on your stuff, but we grow in relationship. So that would have been when I was in my mid-30s, so 30 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, BG. That was an easy one. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Any other questions? Yes. Mary. This is our board president here.
Yes, hello everyone. Good morning.
Get closer.
I would like to know, you went to Detroit last week. I'd like to know what you did there and what that was all about. And it sounds like it was wonderful, and I want to hear about it.
It was wonderful, and thank you for another easy question. I appreciate that. So I went to seminary that was based in Detroit. Most of it was online for me, but I would go to Detroit twice a year to be evaluated. It's a Unity Seminary, Unity Urban Ministerial School. And they had an in-person reunion for the first time. And I had graduated from there in 2014. So I really wanted to, and then in 2016, I began teaching in the seminary. So I know a lot of the students who have gone through, because they've come through my classes. I teach like 6 classes a year. So I really wanted to go see the students face to face and see my classmates face to face. We're all getting a little bit older. I didn't want anybody to die without me seeing them again. And so, first of all, it was about community for me, seeing all these wonderful people and being able to connect with them on a deeper level. But they did have a program. They had workshops and presenters, and some of the ones that kind of stick to my mind, there was an ethics workshop, which is required of all ministers. Once a year, you have to have credit in an ethics class. And so that was offered there. There was also a class or a workshop on, well, it's really self-care and what you eat and how that impacts your body. And so I came away from that knowing I eat way too much sugar and flour. But now I know I can do better, right? You know better, yeah. So, and then the other one that kind of stayed in my mind right now is it was under the DEI, certification, but it's really about understanding people, and it was through a program that you may be familiar with. It's through the different colors that align with personality traits. So another way to learn a little bit more about myself and those around me and how to apply that. So, and the music. Okay, it was about the music too. So, yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay.
What kinds of things did you learn in an ethics class?
It was more reminders of, just doing the right thing. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Can you give me an example?
Well, it was with ministry, so part of that is self-care, part of that's setting boundaries for ourselves, part of that is speaking out when needed, when that's needed. An example might be, well, let's take one that may be a little close to home. A disruptive person comes into the community. What do we do with them? Do we let them continue to disrupt the community? We can love them and love them, but if they're disruptive and no one is able to, enjoy the service or be uplifted from the service, maybe it's time we ask them not to come in. I mean, so that might be an example.
Okay.
Do the right thing. Okay. I'm on a roll now. I feel pretty good. Uh-oh, here it comes. I can tell.
What does that mean? That's my first question. What does that mean?
Nothing.
So, a few months ago, you were doing a sermon, and you said something like talked about current events, something with the current administration, and you were like, "Oh, we almost talked about that." My question is, why can't we have more discussion about things that are going on, and not oppressively and not constantly,
right,
but to mention things like that and to get into things we can do as, people of unity and Christians and whatever, proactively?
I think that's a great question, and I don't know that I said we can't talk about it. Maybe I was about to go further than in my mind than I wanted to go, and that's probably why I was putting on the brakes with that. But we need to talk about it because it's relevant in everybody's life now. This country is so polarized, and it impacts all of us, So let's talk about it now, okay? You can go ahead and sit down if you want to, because this might be long. I don't know, but so how do we approach the current political situation, the current environmental situation, the oppression of people of color and other minorities? How do we approach that with compassion and wisdom and make a difference? Okay, that to me is the bottom line. How do we approach, what do we do with the political leaders who we see, diametrically opposed points of view, and we see actions that are maybe go against who we are in our core beliefs. Okay, so this is a complicated issue, and I'm going to try to address that. First, with viewing our political leaders, because it's so easy to fall into anger about what's being done. It's so easy for that anger to become something more. You know, the idea is to have that anger fuel action, and we can do that by. For me, this is how I do it. I don't know how you're going to do it, but this is how I do it. Do you know how alcoholics and addicts say they had to hit bottom before they could recover? Okay, this is how I see what's happening. We are collectively hitting a bottom, but that gives us the opportunity to move forward and heal. We heal by going within and recognizing that the leaders they're an expression of God that may not be aware of it, okay? And we can still use this current situation to grow within ourselves. As we grow, as we heal, we truly do help heal the world, because, my friends, we are not isolated. We are connected to each other. As we continue to become that peaceful presence, as the Daily Word said, we actually do radiate peace in the world. It boils down to energy. We are energetic beings. You know, have you ever walked into a room and you knew that they were arguing just moments before? You felt the energy of the room. So what if you walked into a room and you feel the peace of the room? Okay, this is not, I don't know, kind of a spiritual bypass, I don't believe. I believe this is the way we make a difference. So with that anger, becoming centered and checking in with our own heart wisdom, you know, we find ways that we can make the action to make a difference. Find an area that is of particular concern, like maybe the environment, and make a difference through that. Maybe through Adopt a Highway, picking up trash. Maybe by supporting, those organizations that are doing the work, you know, supporting them financially, maybe by writing letters. But whatever it is, it's yours to do, you know. I don't know what that is for you, but I think it also starts with education, you know, educating ourselves on whatever your focus is going to be, you know. Okay, does that answer your question? Okay, enough? Okay, okay. Okay, good. Okay. Come on, Ella. Oh, Ella, then Dave.
I actually have two. I'll ask the easy one first. I am curious what your favorite color is.
It's green.
Green. Okay. The second question, maybe a little more in-depth. Could you share one or two or three or four, if you're feeling open to it, of the books that were influential in your spiritual journey?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good question. And let me think a minute, because there's so many, I feel. Once I kind of discovered Unity, I just was reading everything I could get my hands on. But anything by Eric Butterworth, which, by the way, we're having an Eric Butterworth class coming up later this month, but anything by him is wonderful. Deepak Chopra, actually, was a big influence in my life early on, and Brene Brown and all the work that she's done, you know, just amazing. Kirsten Neff, who does studies on self-compassion. Louise Hay, oh my goodness. Okay, that's enough. There you go. Yeah. Come on, Dave.
You touched on a moment ago about the division that we're going through and suffering. It seems like conditions are ripe for unity, the unity community to grow. Mm-hmm. And so my question is unity growing, and at what rate? A few weeks ago you mentioned in your homily that a lot of churches are failing and going bankrupt, and I've heard that the Unity Church in Frederick didn't survive. So are we growing? And beyond that, does Unity have a strategy or a plan to attract younger people, and how would they do that?
Yeah, so you're asking about the Unity movement, not this particular ministry. Okay. I don't know that they are, I think they are growing since the pandemic, but they did kind of take a step back, like pretty much every denomination did during the pandemic, as far as forward growth. They have about 870 ministries now, which doesn't sound like a lot. This is not a big mainstream denomination, but about 870, that would be worldwide, but it is worldwide. Okay, so I was at the ordination service for Unity ministers back in June, and there were 20 ordained ministers for South Africa. I know. So it's growing in places that you may not expect it to be growing. So there are Unities established in Africa, in not only South Africa, but Nigeria as well. In South America, pretty strong, well, there's a presence. I don't know actually how strong it is. A presence in Europe as well, but not as strong as you might hope, I guess. But we are growing. We have a wonderful opportunity before us. Unity World Headquarters, which is what I would call Big Unity, and they have 1,200 acres, I think, outside of Kansas City. That's where the Unity Village is. And Unity Worldwide Ministries, which oversees the ordination and the education of ministers and licensed Unity teachers, are planning to join instead of two organizations becoming one. And the boards on both sides are working diligently to come up with plans to grow. So I'm pretty hopeful that they're going to they want to offer more advertising and promotional materials to the ministries, things like that. So I guess to answer your question, I don't know, but I hope so. So. I think it's consciousness. I will tell you. I think that, people come when they're ready, and if you're a younger person, maybe there are things that you need to explore before you come. That's part of it. The community may be comfortable right where we are. I mean, I'm not saying this, but whatever community might be comfortable right where they are, and unconsciously are not welcoming or open to younger people coming in, or growth of any kind. I mean, I think it boils down to consciousness. So let us affirm our openness and our willingness to receive everybody. So, okay. I think we have time for a couple more. If you have any more, either that or a long meditation, my friends, it's up to you. Yeah, come on, Mary.
Again, my curiosity, last night was the progressive dinner, and I believe you went to that?
I went to most of it.
Last night was the progressive dinner, the Hagerstown Area Religious Council, and of going around the different places.
Yeah.
So I would just like for you to talk about that and what that was
Okay.
like and how many people.
Okay, I can do that. Okay. And also, I wanted to invite the people online, if you're watching this live, go ahead and write down a question in the comments section if you have one. And Stephanie, if you see anything, just let us know. That'd be great. Okay, so the Progressive Dinner last year is an annual event put on by the interfaith team of the Hagerstown Area Religious Council, and I happen to be the coordinator for the interfaith team. So this is a project very near and dear to my heart, because I believe that as we understand other traditions, other faith traditions, as we get to connect with people from different walks in life, we build community. And so not only was it educational in learning different faiths, but it's also relational too. So we had about 85 people, I believe, that attended, and they were from all walks of life. And the first stop was at a Church of the Brethren, and they offered appetizers of homemade bread with jams, and I mean, this is my kind of appetizer. Hebron Mennonite. Yeah. And along with them was a Buddhist sat outside doing his Japanese noodle slide. You may be familiar with Tim Bickle. He's a Buddhist monk that lives in the area. And so they got to learn a little bit about the Buddhist philosophy, but as Tim says, it's really hard to give a soundbite on Buddhism, so he didn't really try. But from there, everybody either carpooled or drove over to the synagogue and had a wonderful entree. They had chicken with like an apricot sauce and the name of it. I don't remember the name of this. It was a pasta with a grain dish that, was it Polish? Forgive my memory. Along with salad, and then the rabbi spoke on some of the Jewish perspective. From there, everybody would go to the mosque, and the imam spoke, and that's when my weariness took over, which it's unfortunate because that's really the best part, because the mosque always provides dessert, and it's fantastic. It's like tables full of dessert, So I can't speak on the third part of it because I didn't go. I didn't make it. I was just too tired. So got home from Detroit around 4 o'clock and went straight to the progressive dinner, and I was done. So, but that happens every year, and if you have, for those who went, and there were several from this community, let me know if there's any improvements you'd like to see. Otherwise, we'll probably just keep doing something similar every year. Okay?
I had a light question. Outside of like spiritual books and whatever, just like in the realm of fiction, what's your favorite fiction book?
Oh, lately I've been getting into fantasy, like swords and elves and It's true. But that's kind of a recent development, Other than that, I like, the things that are, might be listed as Oprah's book club or Reese's, I like those books, contemporary novels with a lot of human drama in them, but usually with a good, happy ending. So, do you have a question? Okay, good.
So this will be a two-part. So what do you find the most rewarding part of your job, and what do you find as the most challenging?
People.
Want to answer both questions.
That was easy for me. I absolutely love everybody here, and I'll just leave it at that. I love everybody here. You guys are great. I guess, let me give it a little bit more thought. Because usually this community runs pretty smoothly without too many hiccups, and the hiccups can come in the way of, our finances are down, or, somebody's angry at me. They could be anything. So it's the hiccups really that I find most challenging. But that's the opportunity to grow. We all know that, So they're challenging, yet I don't want to say I'm happy for them, but after I move through them, I'm grateful. So, Arnie? And this is going to be the last one, because I do want to have a meditation today.
So what's your typical week like daily and where you spend time, but just how your spiritual practice starts in the morning and throughout the day? Just kind of give me a scenario of that. Thank you.
Spiritual practice, it's the work week tends to change a lot because there's meetings on different days and I go visit on different days, and so, but my spiritual practice does tend to stay the same. So when I wake up in the morning, I get coffee first, and then I read the daily word, and I also read the thought from the Enneagram Institute because that provides insight into the craziness of my mind. And I'll sit with that for a little bit, of course, and then eventually I'll read the daily devotion from the Science of Mind magazine as well, because I love their daily inspiration. And then I'll move into a time of meditation, and that can last, it can last, usually it's about 15 minutes, but it can be 5 minutes sometimes and 30 minutes others. So it just kind of depends on where my mind is at, but it's usually 15. When I go for a walk, then I go for a walk with my dog, and when I go for a walk with my dog, I say a prayer, and it's always the same prayer, and I'm going to share it with you today. First, I say it for myself. Soul awakening, heart opening, light shining, love flowing, wounds dissolving, peace radiating. And then I say it for somebody here, whether it's a board member or somebody I know is going through a hard time, and just affirm the same thing: soul awakening, heart opening, light shining, love flowing, wounds dissolving, peace radiating. Then I say it for the community, this unity community of Hagerstown. And then I say it for the world and all of its inhabitants. Okay, so that's part of my practice. When I finally get to my desk in the morning, I may jump right in if it's something like, I don't know, something that, like creating a flyer, but the things that I need to be centered for, I'll take time out to center myself. And, that's usually just watching my breath and affirming wisdom, perhaps, if I'm doing the lesson, or ease if I'm doing the newsletter, whatever it is, and then I don't typically, I know a lot of people have a practice of praying before meals. I don't generally do that, but I think it's a wonderful practice, but I give gratitude, throughout the day, but particularly at night. That helps me sleep. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move into a time of meditation then. Did anybody else have a pressing question? Okay, we're going to move into a time of meditation. Let me get some music going here. Go ahead and get comfortable and close your eyes or gaze down onto the floor. Just allow any tension to be released. Doing a body scan from the head to your feet. Breathing into any areas that are tense. Allowing it to soften. Bringing your attention to your heart space. Feeling the peaceful presence that is always with us, that is us, our true self. Let's follow up with the daily word today and allow that peace, the thoughts that we hold of peace in our mind and in our hearts, to radiate out within this community, within this building, touching each heart here as we receive the peace that's being radiated towards us. And then further throughout the tri-state area, breathing in peace, breathing out peace. I am a center of peace. I radiate peace. I am peace. and then continue to expand. The peaceful thoughts being sent throughout this nation. Instead of seeing division, we see oneness. Instead of seeing hate, we see love. We know that the very essence of every single person is that presence of spirit. As we bring this time of meditation to a close, let's give thanks that we have the ability to create our own life's experience. We can make it a peaceful one. And by doing so, we extend that peace to others. Now let's have a song with Brent and Patty. So it is.
Close my eyes, I open my heart, I take a deep breath, let the healing start. I lift my hands, I plant my feet, I let love in, I feel the beat that's calling us. Rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me, rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. I ready my soul, I clear my mind, I'm here and now, in present time. I feel the power of 1,000 suns, lighting up the dark. Oh, we rise as one. Rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Come on and rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. I sing to you, you sing to me. Change up this noise, make sweet harmony. Rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Oh, rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Heart to heart, hand in hand, no turning back, on to the promised land. Do you feel the power of 1,000 suns lighting up the dark as we rise as one? Rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Come on and rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Rise, 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 Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Rise.
Thank you, Brent and Patty. Oh, yeah, okay. So, we've been doing this offertory prayer, but in a different kind of way. Because normally, or in the past, we have joined together in stating this, the affirmation, the affirmative prayer, but I kind of like leading you through it so that we can actually feel it instead of just saying it by rote. Is it working for you guys? Okay, good. So the true income of this church is the undiminished flow of Spirit. Take a moment and just allow that flow of Spirit to be felt. We know that the source of that flow is within us. And we can call it to rise up, come through. This income manifests in a pattern of steady growth of love, faith, and finances. And just picture that in your mind's eye, that steady growth of faith in your life. Steady growth of love in your life, and finances, prosperity. We open to and bless the flow of Spirit and gratefully give and receive the bounty of heaven here and now. We are open. Thank you, God. Amen. And as the offering's being taken, let's have another song. Diane.
Now, it's okay if you want to get up and move around or just wiggle in your chair.
Let's start these.
Show your gratitude through your movement. I'm thankful for the morning that brings me a brand new day. I'm thankful for all the good that always comes my way. I'm thankful for all I am and all that I can do. Oh, sweet Spirit, I can only thank you. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. I count my blessings every single day. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. There is only one thing left for me to say. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. I'm thankful for the little light that shines inside of me. I'm thankful I can share it with everyone I see. I'm thankful for the joy and love. All I know is true. Oh, Sweet Spirit, I can only thank you. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. I count my blessings every single day. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. There is only one thing left for me to say. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Cha-cha-cha.
Please be seated. And we do indeed give thanks for the bounty of this day. And we have a few announcements. The first one, speaking of bounty, our potlucks are always awesome. I hope you're feel free to stay even if you didn't bring anything. We'll have enough food regardless. We don't have to overeat, okay? We'll just eat what's there. Okay, and then dinner and craft night. There's a sign-up sheet going around. We are making crafts for our our upcoming fundraiser, which is a Christmas market in Williamsport, the first weekend of December. If you have any crafts that you can make and you'd like to make some and contribute to them, that's always lovely too. You can even bake cookies. You know, we're going to just have like a little church bazaar there, I think. It's going to be wonderful. And then, what else we got? Unity Inside Out. This is the Unity Basics class, basically. And for those who would like to learn more about Unity, this is the class to take. We cover the 5 principles. This is a free class. Lunch is provided. It's coming up this Saturday. And there is a sign-up sheet. Please sign up and put your email down because I'll need to email you some material so that you can read it so we can have a discussion, okay, on Saturday. And also if you have any allergies, food allergies, so that we know that we can provide something safe and good for you. Our Candace Church is coming in with a celebration dance for fall on October 4th. There's a sign-up sheet going around for that as well. She's doing this for a love offering, my friends. It's so much fun. Anybody can do this. She does easy choreography. It's usually taken or drawn from many different cultures, and it's quite beautiful. We don't dance to perform in front of anybody, but just to have that accomplishment for ourselves. So then next Sunday is an animal blessing. It kind of snuck up on me. I forgot all about it. And you have a couple different options here. You can email to Unity Hagerstown at gmail.com a picture of your animal friends, or whichever animal you want to bless, and we'll put it on the screen. Or you can bring the animals in. I would ask that they be of even temperament and kept quiet somehow. Not quiet, but contained somehow. Yes, thank you. I mean, yeah, somehow just either leased or, yeah. And then and we'll bless the animals next Sunday. We also start a new series next Sunday on Unity's 5 basic principles. So that will happen too. Is it next Sunday for people? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 2 Sundays. You're right. I keep thinking this is the last Sunday, but you're right. Thank you, Ann. And then so you have 2 weeks to get those pictures in for me. Okay. Traditional yoga taught by Jan Richards is going to happen again the first Monday of October. She's going to do sets of four classes for $35 or $10 as a walk-in. And it's pretty wonderful yoga. She went over to India, got trained in this, and it's unlike any other yoga class I've ever had. Yes, Arnie? You'll have to check the flyer out there. I'm not sure, but there are flyers out there for pretty much everything here. And then also, just to give you a heads up, Adopt a Highway is happening in the middle of October. We'll have a sign-up sheet next week for that. Okay? All the other things are recurring, and yes, I think there should be one more, because I wanted to say, yes, women's retreat. This is a heads up for you on this women's retreat too, which is really quite a lovely thing, and that's happening the 17th through the 19th of October. It's limited space in this house that we get from Airbnb, so if you're interested in coming, register early. It's $250 for the weekend for one room, but if you want to have a roommate, it gets cheaper, right? It's less, it's $125. You cannot go on retreat for that. If you have two roommates, it gets even cheaper. So we want to make it affordable for everybody. So there are flyers for that as well. So at this point, we're going to say goodbye to our beloved virtual friends. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for all the support that you give us, and have a wonderful week. Ta-da.